Carries are just what this goalkeeper does today, Jamie.
Yeah, people keep going back to that final. I can understand that, but there's no doubt he's a confident lad. But I think the big worry maybe coming into the game is there's lack of football more than what happened, 4 or 5 years ago in a game. It's a long time ago, but he hasn't had much football since.
There are living, breathing reminders in the opposition of that horrendous night that he suffered in Kiev, because Casemiro and Rafael Varane were part of the Real Madrid team on the night when the two huge gaffes from Karius cost his team so dearly. Gallo just letting that free kick float by, and a first touch of the ball for the Manchester United goalkeeper David De Gea. Eddie Howe, who played at the old Wembley the year before Newcastle were last here in a major final. He was on the losing team against a side in black and white stripes as Grimsby beat his Bournemouth side in the Football League Trophy final. Aiming one out to Marcus Rashford, who has started out on the left. We did wonder just how this Manchester United side would line up. Weghorst got it through. Rashford's ball across is dealt with by Botman.
Well, that's a really confident start. I wondered whether Rashford would play against Trippier. Trippier could obviously run him forward, but he gets in behind his England teammate. Trippier's a bit slow to react. He just plays it across first time. Anthony and Bruno Fernandes making the way in. Important interception.
Well, this is the moment for Newcastle to be focused, concentrated, for the in-swinging delivery of Luke Shaw.
Yeah, but you look at what they're doing around the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's obvious, they're going to try and mess with his head.
Crowd scene in front of him to try to unsettle him as it's swung in, dealt with for now. He was well protected on that occasion. It's the kind of thing they'll have to keep up. It's a great break this from Miguel Almiron. He's tried to slide it through the middle when maybe Alan Saint-Maximin, who was up with him to his left, was a better option. Here's Fernandes. Now Anthony. Anthony looking to take on Dan Burn, who was one of the first Newcastle players out once the crowd were in to sample the atmosphere. Was almost being treated by his own fans like a rock star. But for players like him, this is a big opportunity. Might be their last opportunity, Jamie, to make a big splash for Newcastle.
Yeah, I think the expectation in the next few years where Newcastle feel like they go on, they'll be back at Wembley and competing for trophies, but that may not be the case for a lot of this team. Got a huge chance today to create history and be known as the team who brought that first trophy back after so long. So it's a huge day for these individual players as well as the club, but as I said, we all anticipate that the club will be back.
1969, the last time they won a major trophy, Newcastle, the Fairs Cup. Generations of fans who haven't seen them do it. They need to be probably about 60 plus to remember Newcastle winning a major trophy. Joe Linton to Bruno Guimaraes, and here's Callum Wilson. Just got caught up in his feet and Varane pounced. Now Anthony runs into Burn. It was a tricky decision that for Eddie Howe between Callum Wilson, who's only just coming back from injury, and his club record signing Alexander Isak, who's on the bench. Up towards Weghorst, who's not had his reward in terms of goals for Manchester United, but his work ethic beyond question.
Yeah, even though he came off or was substituting in the game on Thursday, there's no doubt, I don't think in anyone's mind, that he's going to come straight back in. He's been an important fixture for Erik ten Hag.
And he accepted that decision and the validity of it to take him off at half-time to work there against Joe Linton, who's aiming to free Alan Saint-Maximin. Saint-Maximin rolls it into the path of Almiron. Saint-Maximin trying to weave a way through. Guimaraes on the scene. It was Fred who was aiming to break it up and has ended up paying a personal cost.
He did really well there, Fred. That man was running hard into the box, and Fred just had to leave the position he was in. Saint-Maximin is a difficult customer. You just see where Luke Shaw gets dragged across, and Fred just initially backs off, but then he has to leave Longstaff and move forward towards Guimaraes. He gets a whack on the way.
I mean, Newcastle have started quite quickly, been taking the ball in midfield. Guimaraes, Joe Linton, showing composure, just feeling the back of Manchester United, having a lot of games and playing Thursday night. That was imperative that Newcastle came on the blocks. We know Manchester United have the edge maybe in terms of quality on the pitch and what's on the bench to change the game, so the start of the game is vital, and they've certainly got them singing in these early minutes.
Here's Saint-Maximin trying to take on Dalot, who stretches and reaches it.
You were surprised, Cara, that you thought that Wan-Bissaka would play against Saint-Maximin, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I watched Saint-Maximin against Liverpool. He caused huge problems, and I just think the physicality of Wan-Bissaka, maybe one of the best 1v1 right backs you'll find anywhere. I was quite surprised when I saw the team.
Well, whatever route it takes to goal will be used. It's the long throw held in. Joe Linton with a flick on, and it's cleared for now by Luke Shaw. Trippier tries to get them moving again. Cher with a flick on, and away by Lisandro Martinez. There's Rashford. And this is Fred, who's been used to playing a more advanced role at times under Erik ten Hag. Got his goal to help the comeback against Barcelona on Thursday. After the emotion of that night, can Manchester United lift it again? Here's Shaw. Now Rashford. Cher in the way. That's Fred trying to keep Newcastle under pressure. Byrne with a clearance. Now Guimaraes. Warned of the arrival of Weghorst, who did foul him, and the free kick was quickly taken, but not from the correct position. David Coote, who's today's match referee, has brought it back. Refereed Manchester United at the start of their journey in this competition, but it's the first time he's overseen a Newcastle game this term.
Guimaraes is to Newcastle what Casemiro is to United.
And both are back, having just served domestic bans. And that's the thing about the questions over Nick Pope's red card, and whether they should be competition specific. If they were, Guimaraes wouldn't be playing today. Anthony somehow seemed to find a way through the first man, but couldn't get past Dan Byrne as well. Here's Joe Linton. Guimaraes. And now Saint-Maximin is taken down by Dalot.
Yeah, been looking to get away with the booking there. The Newcastle players all around the referee, asking for that yellow card. I think they've got a point. Really sharp play from Newcastle out of defence.
Well, no allowance for the occasion. It is a yellow card for Dalot.
Yeah, you see, you can't argue with that. I think no referee really in a huge game wants to start bringing the cards out so quickly, but the composure Newcastle have shown passing through midfield has been fantastic, but he's away from Dalot there, and that is going to be a problem. Saint-Maximin on that left side. Sure, the message would be keep feeding that man on the left-hand side, but I've been so impressed with certainly Guimaraes and Joe Linton in these early stages. No nerves at all, prepared to get on the ball, take the ball and make passes.
It still mesmerises me, this high line from these free kicks. So foreign to what we're used to as players, but it works. Every team does it now.
Trippier trying to find a way past it.
I mean, it's interesting, Gary. 2 free kicks around there, around the halfway line. You're conditioned now to watch football where it's normally just a pass. Twice he's gone long. There's been a long throw as well, so that's obviously part of the plan, isn't it, to go a bit more direct.
I think they'll fancy themselves in those exchanges. United haven't got the biggest back four.
If they get a kick within sight of goal, Trippier will be going for goal himself, such as his good record from free kicks. Ball had crossed the touchline.